그럼요. 이번에 승진할 건데 이런 일로 골치 아프게 하지 맙시다. 작년에 아줌마 사고 쳤을 때 그거 수습하느라고 얼마나 고생했는데요. 사고 치면 아줌마만 큰일 나나? 우리 집은 완전 패가 망신이라고요. 사람이 말을 하면 좀 들으라고요.
엄마,
왜 한 말도 하게 아줌마!
Mother is a mystery thriller crime drama that's written and directed by Bong Joon-ho. So Mother came in a close second in the last poll. It was slightly beat out by Incendy, which is film directed by Denis Villeneuve, and I went ahead and reviewed that movie first, so if you haven't seen that yet, please go check it out. Spoiler alert, I absolutely love that film. But this was by far the most enthusiastic poll yet. I got over 175 votes, which really beats the last record. And I really appreciate all you guys who have been engaging into my content thus far. And if you really enjoyed all these poll reviews, please give this video a like amongst all the other ones. Let me start off by saying that Bong Joon-ho is a filmmaker that is really unlike any other filmmaker. The only other filmmaker that I can really somewhat compare him to is like Quentin Tarantino or David Fincher. But you can definitely tell that he takes inspiration and really creates his own unique style to his films. Because one thing that I've noticed about Bong Joon-ho in general is that he is a storyteller. Like, he loves to tell stories, and that is really apparent with every single film that I've seen from him. And let me tell you guys something. I've hit the bong many times already. I've hit the bong with Parasite, and that was obviously an impressive hit. I've hit the bong with Memories of Murder, and I thought that was going to be the best bong hit yet. But you always have that one bong hit that just hits different. Mother, to me, was that bong hit. I thought that Memories of Murder was going to be my favorite Bong Joon-ho film. Mother is now officially my favorite Bong Joon-ho film. And I honestly don't think any other film that I watch from him is going to beat this out at this point. Maybe if he makes new films in the future, maybe they have a chance. But Mother is a film that completely blew me away on every single phase of filmmaking. Bong Joon-ho is a true storyteller, and he always finds unique ways to really tell his stories in ways that you really cannot predict. The twists and turns and how he's able to blend genres together is just quite staggering, because kind of like Parasite, Mother has its moments where it'll just turn into like a straight horror film. It'll just catch you completely off guard, and it's just so beautiful to witness things like that be so beautifully done and see him unfold in the way that they do. And he is just a master at cramming a lot of different genres and allowing them to flow into one movie seamlessly. And like every other Bong Joon-ho movie that I've already seen, this film does incorporate comedy in it. And again, it's incorporated flawlessly. It's incorporated in a way to where it doesn't take you out of the current mood that it's in and the current mood that it's kind of established throughout the film. It always feels so natural to what it's going for, and it just never takes you out. And that's something that's really impressive to do, because one thing as an aspiring filmmaker is I'm kind of afraid to utilize comedy in any short film or any feature-length film that I might make, because I really don't want to ruin any kind of atmosphere or mood that I've established. And I really don't know the secret yet. I don't know how Bong Joon-ho does it, but he writes it and directs it in a way that does not take you out of the atmosphere. And Mother has a lot of moments that are like that, and it's truly impressive filmmaking. And all the characters in this film, just like most Bong Joon-ho films, just were incredibly enriching and so intriguing and just so very nuanced. And there's hardly any character in this film that I can think of that felt one-dimensional at all. They're all just have their own complexity to them. Even like certain side characters that really like aren't paid much attention to in the film, even they like have some sort of complexity to them and don't feel like they're just kind of throwaway. When he could easily just have them there as tools, he actually adds a certain likability or certain traits to them that have more depth and aren't just these kind of one-dimensional throwaway characters. And that's also another thing that I loved about this film and just about his films in general. More specifically, the main character, Mother, that's played by Hae-ja Kim. Probably fucked that up, but Hae-ja Kim, she was absolutely incredible in this film. She gives one of the better main character performances that I've seen in a very long time. And just the way that her character is written as well is just incredibly nuanced, incredibly insightful. The things that get revealed about her character throughout this film's story catch you a bit off guard, and they pay off in certain ways that you don't really see coming, and it's just really, really compelling and really satisfying when you're watching the film. And her performance, again, it was just, she really, really knocked it out of the park. She's incredibly convincing, and I don't know how old she is, but I'm sorry, she is beautiful. But there are certain situations where she really has to emote some complex and deep feelings and haunting feelings. And you can just tell that this is a really, really talented actress because she's incredibly convincing even in those really tough moments. And it's a really, like, her performance on her own is incredibly moving and really, really impressive. But I haven't even gotten to talk about the aesthetics of this film yet. The aesthetics to me are absolutely flawless. The camera work is stunning, and I honestly think that this is the best camera work that I've seen from him yet. You know, it's probably in contention with Memories of Murder, but Mother just might take the cake in that department. At least in the entire aesthetic department, I think that the sound design was absolutely flawless. The score was utilized beautifully within the story and thematically and just emotionally. Just all around, the score was used in the most purposeful way, the most effective way that I could ever imagine. Just the way that it accompanies certain scenes. It doesn't feel cheesy. It doesn't feel overreaching. It just hits those notes and exactly where they need to be hit. And especially with the ending, let me go ahead and get to the ending. This is the best ending that I've seen from a Bong Joon-ho film, in my opinion. And honestly, one of the better endings that I've ever seen in cinema, period. Just the ending shot to this, in terms of not only is it just aesthetically beautiful and just aesthetically stunning, but just what it means for the character and this part of the story and how it ends the film. It's one of those shots that you really just do not want to end. And you could tell that Bong Joon-ho didn't want to end the shot because it goes on for quite a while. But it's one of those shots that it could just go on for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes and you wouldn't really mind if it did because it's just that stunning, that empowering, and it was one of those endings, like I said, that it just would never get old, and it was really, really satisfying in the way that it kind of wraps it up because it utilizes this kind of reoccurring theme in the film that gets mentioned by the main character, and the way that it utilized that in the ending context was just really, really satisfying from a filmmaking standpoint. And it just works aesthetically, it works for the story, it works for the character, and the way that the score was used, the song that's used in the end, was just beautiful. I absolutely love the ending to this film. I thought it wrapped everything up in an incredibly satisfying way. And I can see some people saying that this film might rely on certain, like, plot coincidences and conveniences, but to me, it didn't bother me at all because, you know, this is a small town. And, you know, crazy coincidences happen all the time in real life. And as long as they have some level of plausibility, like, it doesn't really bother me. And I think the film Magnolia really kind of helped me realize to really not get too worked up about crazy coincidences that might happen in film. Because not only are they almost necessary to tell a really good, unpredictable story, but crazy coincidences, again, they happen in real life. Crazier things have happened in real life than what you would see in a film most of the time. And I just thought the way that they utilizes those crazy coincidences, they did it in a way that really wasn't bothersome. It didn't take me out of the film. I was absolutely engaged in everything that was happening. And as certain twists gets revealed, I was just glued into the screen. My jaw was on the floor when you learn certain things about certain characters. And it was just an overall incredibly satisfying watch. I know that a lot of people would probably consider Memories of Murder to be their favorite Bong Joon-ho film and the best Bong Joon-ho film, but to me, Mother was just an absolutely flawless film. Everything from the storytelling, the character writing, the aesthetic direction, the acting, even the themes in this film, I just thought was incredibly impactful. It's unique, it's thought-provoking, and it just really nailed every single phase of filmmaking, and I absolutely love this film on every single aspect. So I'm going to give Bong Joon-ho's Mother a 10 out of 10. You want up, Gigi? Yeah? Alright, come here. There you go. You want to say hi to the camera, Gigi? You want to say hi? Yeah? This is my cat, Gigi, by the way. I know I've introduced him in other videos, but for those who haven't got to see him yet, this is him. I love this man right here. But yeah, I obviously consider this film to be absolute perfection. And I've already respected Bong Joon-ho as a filmmaker before this, but now, like, he really is sincerely becoming one of my favorite contemporary directors that we have today. And I can't wait to see his other films and his newer films that are going to come out in the future. He's just an insanely talented filmmaker who obviously loves the art of filmmaking, loves storytelling, and I can't wait to see more from him. So now that you guys are done watching this video, make sure to go vote on the poll that I just put out. I would love to see the most enthusiasm and the most engagement in that poll yet. That would really mean a lot to me. And I'm going to try to get to as most movies that I can. I'll try to do what I always do, which is review the top 2 films that get voted on. I'm still working on my short film this week, and hopefully this will be the last week that I'm actually shooting it, and I can move on to finally just the film editing. That would be great. And also, please do not forget to leave more requests in the comment section. I rely on those requests to make these polls, so please do that. And yeah, that's all I got to say about Bong Joon-ho's Mother. If you really enjoyed what I had to say about it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it amongst your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be updated on more film-related content.